Let's talk about what Chris Ramsey just said because it's very interesting. And
Yeah, it just is tough, man, because you don't know who to trust, right? You
Mhm.
get a guy like Lou come here, and talk about these things, and he's a really nice guy. Like I
Yeah.
met him, he's like a super friendly person, but from his background and from everything else, like I don't know if I can believe him, and that's just the state of things. I don't know, like he's been proven time and time and again to have said things that turned out to not be true.
Yeah.
So then you have to start asking yourself, even though I like the guy, even though I think he's a nice person and means well, man, like, can I even believe a word that comes out of his mouth? And this happens, and I don't want to be paranoid,
Mhm.
but I'm also facing the reality that these programs stop at nothing to confuse you, to remain completely aloof.
Well,
Yeah.
Lou did previously work at the counterintelligence field activity, so I don't want to get involved in the drama there, but I do think that
Yeah.
is something for people to
And neither do
think
I, but
about.
I'm not attacking this, but
Right.
I'm
No,
coming at
absolutely.
it from a very pragmatic point of
Yeah.
view. And if Lou were sitting here, I'd say the same thing to him. That
I have to admit, a little surprising to hear him say that, but at the same time, not really. Once I do think about it a little bit more, because having met Chris and spoken to him, he's a very reasonable, smart, logical, sort of rational person. And what he's saying makes complete sense. The problem is that he's also a big creator, and you know that comes with benefits you don't even realize, right? Because if a small creator says something like this, oh boy, they are going to get attacked, potentially doxxed, attacked, ridiculed. Like there's a lot of stuff happening when you criticize Lue Elizondo, but I'm happy to see other people coming out and just giving their opinion about something that is so obvious right in front of us, which is Lue Elizondo is, former, current counter intel working in the UFO community now. Things he said have proven not to be true. Photos, evidence he's shown has proven to be you know, completely debunked, and not just debunked, but horrifically debunked, like easily debunked, right? And anytime any sort of criticism came out against Luis Elizondo, people would get attacked. I have been a victim of it myself when I was a smaller creator. I'm still a small creator, right? But I've at least gained enough, you know, a little something, something here, if you will, to help keep people off of me a little bit easier. And the bigger you get, the harder it is for people to come after you. They or you're an easy target, but it's harder to break through the wall, I guess I should say. Now, people may attack Chris Ramsey because of saying this. To be honest with you, that still may happen, but he'll be fine. And again, I just think it's okay to say these things. And Chris didn't say anything, defamatory or mean or insulting or disrespectful. He even said, "Hey, I would say this to Luis Elizondo's face." And I've always said the same thing. I would as well. Yo también, Luis. Yo te diría lo mismo a la cara, sin problema. Right? Like I would too. I would say the same thing to Luis. And I think it's okay to talk about these things. And why not? If it's a part of disclosure, then we got to talk about it. Sometimes some of these conversations are uncomfortable. I get it. But, again, that's why I stick to citizen disclosure. Hard to trust some of these former government employees or current. You just don't know if they're just doing their job, right? Protecting our country, but they have to lie to you to do it. And, if you knew the truth, you'd go, okay, that's okay what you're doing because you're doing what you have to do to protect our country and national security. But at the same time, someone is lying to you and you don't know if the reason is that or they're just lying to you.